How is it going, everyone? Welcome to this video on my biggest video game regrets. This one's a bit of a doozy. This one is a reply to Mr. Nerdrage 36. I'll link his video down in the description. Watch his video. That was very good. I'm gonna start this off in this edition. Maybe there'll be more editions. I have a lot of regrets. Not really regrets, but you know the words. But my first main regret would be trading in games as a youngling, because look, I regret it now. Did I regret it at the time? Yes, I did. Um, Trading in games is never a good idea. Like if you're a child right now and you can still somehow trade in games, I don't know if that's even a thing anymore because everyone gets subscription services now. But please take these words of advice. Do not trade in your games. You're going to be ripped off. You're going to be ripped off of the arsehole. I traded in so many amazing games over the years that I wish I had back. Some got really fucking rare. And some didn't get rare, but I still haven't bought them back yet because I just haven't got around to it. And I get to pang to play them sometimes. And yeah, it was it's not a great feeling trading in a tower of games for one new game. You're just sacrificing the collection there. Unless it's a game you really want, you really don't care about the games you're trading in, fine. But I remember I have a really bad one for you, right? There was and I'm kind of ashamed to admit this. So I gathered up all the games I wanted to trade in, a lot of games I didn't want to trade in once, and brought them to GameStop. And I was dying to watch a wrestling show, right? And back in the day, we couldn't stream wrestling shows. You could illegally buy shit internet, was not viable. So I wanted a good old wrestling DVD that I had my eye on. And I brought a tower of PS3 and PS2 games to GameStop to see how much I could get for them. And I remember this so clearly. And I brought it up. I brought it up to the counter, and the guy scanned them all and gave me my running total. I swear to God, there was like 20 games in here, and he goes, "Right, you can have that'd be a total of €30, €30, and that was just enough to buy the DVD I had my eye on. It just came out. It was a new DVD, 3-disc set. And I heard the guy behind me audibly laugh at the offer he was giving me because trust me, there was games in here. There was good games in here. I don't remember specifically what games they were, but there were games in here. And the guy behind me audibly laughed. And my mother was with me. My mother kind of gasped, and I said, I just stone faced looked at him, and I was like, okay. I was that addicted to wrestling at the time. I needed that wrestling DVD. I sacrificed all those games for that measly amount of money because they never gave you much money. The store credit, they gave you decent store credit. Like, I think the store credit was like 50, 60 quid or something. But the money they'd be willing to offer me in cash was €30. Um, so that was that. I traded in all those games. And I went and bought my wrestling DVD. I still have that wrestling DVD. Is it close by? Is it close by? I don't see it. I don't see it. Was it worth it? Absolutely not. I was finished the wrestling DVD in about 6-7 hours. But I've rewatched it a few times. It's a decent DVD. But yeah, that was that. That was my horrible decision as a stupid child to trade in a good majority of my games for a fucking DVD. Not the greatest. Not one of my finest moments, I'll tell you that much. My other gaming regret is not getting the Jak 2, or sorry, not getting the Jak 3 and Jak X physical collector's editions off limited run games. And I go back and forth on this, but I do overall, I do regret it. Because I got Jak 1 and I got Jak 2. But I was so burnt at the time and I was so fed up with trying to get these fucking things. Like, it was literally like a lottery. And for Jak 1, they didn't even give me my fucking design Bible with it. I still to this day don't have that fucking design Bible with it. And I contacted them in Run Games. I asked, look, can you send me the design Bible? I gave them the video proof that they didn't give me the design Bible. They said, sure, yeah, we'll send that out to you. In fairness to them, and I still never got it. And I just left it there. I didn't bother again. It's too late now. I'm sure. I do think sometimes. Just random thoughts pop into my head, like, should I try again for that design Bible? Because that's like the main fucking thing that came with it, you know. But yeah, I do regret not getting 3 and X, because X came with these really cool little dinky cars and stuff, and I wish I got them now, and I still can get them technically if I'm willing to pay an exorbitant amount. But I'm fine. I got Jak 1 and I got Jak 2. Jak 2 is my favorite one, so at least I got my favorite one. That was it. But I do wish I got the other 2, because I have a perfect space for them here. I don't know if you can see this. No, I don't have a perfect space. I wouldn't fit. But I have make space for them. I display them. I display them proudly. I'm like what I'm doing there. I need to really rejig this shelf a bit, because this shelf is a bit a bit out of whack. I need to make it look a bit prettier if I'm going to be doing more videos here. But yeah, no, that's another regret, not getting the Jak and Daxter collector's editions. My other gaming regret was something that was kind of out of my control, but it's something that still really annoys me to this day, and that was losing my original PS2. So I told the story in one of the other videos. I think it was a PS3 video. When my brother was going to college, he took the PS2 with him, because I had a PS3, and he's like, he presumed you could play PS2 games on the PS3. I didn't correct him. If I would have corrected him, I think he wouldn't have taken it. I still have a feeling he probably wouldn't have taken it if I had just said, no, actually, the PS3 can't play PS2 games, but I didn't. My particular PS3 couldn't play PS2 games. So confusing. So he took it off to college. Never got it back. And all the original memory cards. A few games. Yeah, I think he took some he took Mark Echo's Getting Up and a few wrestling games. But Mark Echo's Getting Up, that one hurts. That one. I would love to have my original copy of Mark Echo's Getting Up. I still don't have another copy of it, I don't think. So yeah, I need to order that. Actually, I'm gonna order that on Amazon after this video. If they have any. Because I need that. I need a physical copy of that game. Because that game is a childhood game of mine. That was a game I played right before I moved house from the east of Ireland to the west of Ireland. And that has a very special place in my heart. And it's a banger of a game. It's an absolute banger of a game. If you haven't played it, emulate it or find a copy if it's cheap. But yeah, it's a great game. But yeah, just letting my brother take... And to be fair, it was his PS2. Like, it was his... My original PS2 was my brother's PS2. Like, to be completely honest here, it wasn't mine. It was my brother got it for Christmas, and I just mostly played it. So I mean, he had every right to take it. But no, if I would have just said to him, look, no, I'd prefer if you didn't, because I want to play my PS2 games, then I'm crying here. It's such an emotional story. I'm crying. When I talk too much, I just end up tears coming out of my eyes. I don't know. I don't know what it is. An overactive pituitary gland. Now, I made that completely up, but if I'm right, I'm gonna be shocked. But yeah, if I had just said to him, like, look, I'd prefer if you didn't take it. I won't be able to play these games that I love. He probably wouldn't have taken it. But I was stuck without a PS2 for many, many years. It took, I don't know, as a kid, it felt like fucking an eternity. But for a good few years, I was stuck without PS2, and I couldn't play any of my favorite PS2 games, which is why I was so excited when the Jak and Daxter collection got announced. You can see my excitement in my YouTube channel. You can see I uploaded the video, and you can see the description of the video. I wasn't doing audio this time, I don't think. And yeah, it was a good time. But the Jak and Daxter collection is such fun memories in it. But when that was announced, I was so excited because I was going to be able to play Jak again, and that made me very happy. And yeah, that was that's one of my biggest regrets. And my other biggest regret was not stacking up on PS1 games when they were cheap. I could have bought so many PS1 games for pennies. But I didn't have the foresight to do that. And there's a lot of PS1 I have my favorites. Like I have my Crash games. You can see they're behind me, nicely displayed. I have one of the Spyro games. I don't have all the Spyro games. But that's about it. The rest is all the stuff I found in charity shops and stuff. I really wish I collected more not even PS1 games, more retro games. Like I did have a Mega Drive and a NES grown up. But it was it an NES? I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was an NES. Um, and I could have just whenever I saw games for them, I could have just picked up games for them. I didn't. I'd like to own some of those, to be honest. But and also my other big regret, sticking on that, is losing those consoles. I have no rightly idea where those consoles went. My NES and my Mega Drive, they weren't mine. They were my mother's, I think. But I remember my mother brought them home one day because she originally sold them to her friend, and then she bought them back off her friend. And I some of my earliest memories are playing Steamboat Willie on the NES. I'm pretty sure it was Steamboat Willie on the NES, and it was all like flickery and interlace and stuff. And Paperboy, playing Paperboy in the NES. And we also had a Mega Drive as well, which I barely remember playing much on the Mega Drive. But we did have the consoles, and I have no idea where they're gone. I have absolutely no idea. Which brings me on to my next regret is losing a lot of games. We moved house, and I lost about a lot of my games, and not the vast majority, but I lost a lot of games that I just could never find again. One of them was my original Crash 2 copy. One of them was my original my Croc copy. My original Croc copy. And I couldn't find them anywhere, and that really, really bummed me out. But that's just how it goes with moves. You can be as careful and as fucking anal about it as possible. You're still going to end up losing shit. I hate moving. Thankfully, I've only done it 3 times in my life. But yeah, that's all I can think of for today. I might do a follow up on this because I enjoy talking about this stuff. And yeah, let me know in the comments what regrets do you have when from games. I'm having a straw. I need coffee. Let me know your gaming regrets in the bottom of the script, the underneath down there, wherever you type these days on the internet. And yeah, I'll see you for the next video. Bye.